Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today's build and play guide is on the Puerto Rico, the legendary American cruiser. And this is uh, kind of a elongated Alaska with less armor. It's hard to explain. Even though it's similar to Alaska, doesn't necessarily play like Alaska. Also, even though the secondaries are longer, I wouldn't recommend building into them. We'll talk more about that here in a minute. But anyway, for our commander, we're using Azure Lane, Baltimore. With Nikolai Kuzganov and Francesco Membelli. Uh, we are using Beyond Range, Igniter, Punch Through, Fixated, and Fully Packed. For your modifications, if you're going to build into the guns, which I would recommend, aiming systems mod 1, propulsion mod 2, concealment is always in the third slot, and main battery mod 3, and you can also upgrade that to legendary if that's what you choose. For your consumables, you do have a pretty decent sonar. It's not amazing by any means, but it's pretty decent. Or you could take the defensive AA. Being at legendary tier, wouldn't recommend that one so much. And you could take either the radar or a catapult fighter. Interesting thing, this is a 9.9 30-second radar, so a very good radar. Plus, you do get 3 heals with fully packed, and they are respectable at 322. I wouldn't say they're game changing in any means, but they are handy. For your specs, you do have 64,000 health. That actually is more than Alaska. And you do have 12 305s. All right, so this is definitely a super cruiser, and these guns are pretty good. Like, they are pretty solid. Now your reload is a little bit longer, but not too bad. Like, pretty solid. What I feel like this ship is giving up is you're giving up the armor and the really good heal that Alaska has to gain more DPM, essentially, in my opinion, or a little bit more DPM. One thing to note here, guys, firing range on the secondaries is 7.3, and I know a lot of people are going to want to build into it. And I'm not saying it can't be effective as a secondary ship. However, without torpedoes or some of that other things, uh, it's not the world's best brawler. You can if you need to. And the other thing is, guys, you only have 16 secondaries. When you're going to be going up against stuff like Schleflin with 40 secondaries. So there just isn't enough secondaries there. They are decent. I did build into them for a couple matches just to see what would happen. Kind of just put myself in bad positions is what I did trying to use them. It is kind of cool. They do go out to 11.1 and with the 11.7 concealment, basically. It is kind of cool. It's fun. I wouldn't say it's an effective build. However, you build into the main guns on this, it is pretty solid. Also, AA haven't really ran too much against, and I don't think I've ran against a carrier yet. In this, the AA doesn't look awful, but at legendary tier, it doesn't look great either. Maneuverability 33 knots, turning circles 910, and the one thing that is rough with this is the rudder shift. For a cruiser, that is a pretty slow, even for a super cruiser. Concealment, pretty decent for as big as this thing is at 11.7. Now, stats here, guys. You got to keep in mind I built into secondaries twice, and I think both matches I only ended up with like 30,000 damage. It's not, you don't want to build into secondaries when you only have 16 of them, and your range is 11.1 at legendary tier. Okay? I know some people are going to want to build into secondaries, just saying, not ideal. Okay? So if you take them two bad games out, every game's been like 120k and very solid. All right. And you can see them were the two battles I did not survive. And I think they were the two battles I lost, actually. But anyway, even with building into the secondaries, you see the main guns are pretty darn accurate. I've been playing pretty aggressive with this ship for the most part, so that plays a factor a little bit as well. Biggest thing with this thing is the matches have been done pretty quick in this, so really haven't got to open its legs. I'll have some real good matches in this thing, I'm sure. You know, it is somewhat similar to Alaska in some ways, you know, same guns. You just got more of them. They do, I believe, actually hit for a little bit less, but you do have more of them, so that does kind of cover that. As you can see, here's armor, and this is kind of the difference between it and Iowa, or between it and Alaska. It's longer than Alaska, and the armor isn't as strong. For example, your as you can see here, you could be overmatched by 16-inch guns, right, at 27 millimeters. Alaska is a 32. Also, over here, you do have a pretty hard to hit Citadel, but if you go broadside, you can get smoked in this thing, so be careful. All right. Um, Outside of that, pretty tough ship, all things considered, and I can't wait to get more matches in this thing. As we start the match, it's disclaimer time. This is a beginner's video meant to help people new to the ship or new to the game. This is not meant for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything in the universe. There are multiple ways to play and build this ship, and I am an above average player, not the world's best. I make mistakes. You may see one in this match. You didn't come here for pronunciations. I'm as good as anybody at slaughtering beautiful languages all the time. With that out of the way, we are on shards. And I'm going to be a little bit aggressive. There is, even though this is a match full of cruisers, really, we're going to be up against kind of two battleship caliber ships, right? We're going to be up against the only battleship on the other side and a bunch of cruisers, including defense, which has battleship guns on it, right? So we are actually in the very start going to be careful. Honestly, the one thing about this ship is you do have to be careful going broadside early in a match because this thing, even though it deceivingly has a lot of traits like Alaska, I'm not sure what other people are saying about it. Obviously, I'm doing this right away when the update comes out. So I'm kind of curious to see what others have to say about this ship as well. Even though you have like the same guns and essentially a elongated Alaska hull, because the armor is less and the ship is longer, it plays different. And you got to be careful that you don't go too broadside to get your rear guns off. There is an angle where you can get them off and be just fine, but you have to be careful. Like for example, we're going to take a shot here at Puerto Rico, and that in this ship does have, you know, you do get some. As you can see, we just Citadel them pretty good. We got a little bit unlucky, or we didn't take the best shot in the world there. You can see that Puerto Rico has taken, you know, he got caught broadside early. He's definitely paid for it, right? We have moved up and we are going to try to help with this cap. And we have been pretty lucky so far on not really being spotted yet at all. So we're going to keep taking shots. There we get spotted. We know something's around here now. You can see Puerto Rico on that one turn lost most of his health. We're going to go ahead and try to slow down. We're trying to help get this cap. And you know, we did see the cruiser behind the island, but now we've gotten ourselves a little bit in trouble here. Didn't realize there was this many people pushing up like they did. So we're going to take our shot at Preußen. And there is defense. Now I'm going to keep an eye on him for a little bit. We're trying to get this cap, and we're just trying to back up before it goes too bad on us here right now. We do get the cap, and we're going to back up, try to get ourselves limiting who can shoot us right now, because a lot of people not thrilled with us. As you can see, half of our health is gone basically right away. And we're going to decide to work on defense. And we're going to go ahead and take a very nice shot right through the bow of a defense and citadel them. So right off the bat, you can see a couple citadels on cruisers. It does it just fine. But the thing is with this ship, or what I've had an issue with this ship today, is matches is getting over quick. Right? They is super quick. I did the 2 secondary matches with it. They ended very quickly. 2 of them I died in very early. And then the other matches are like this. This was the longest match I had in the ship today. Gonna kind of showcase it. As you're gonna see here, we are gonna go ahead, take a shot at Tulsa. Island is gonna eat some of our shells, but still get a citadel. Right? So you're seeing something pretty common here. The one feature it does have, like Alaska, is you're gonna absolutely murder other cruisers if given the opportunity, right? You're going to see here, we're going to take another shot at a cruiser just slightly over angled. And you can see we smack him pretty hard, and so does Rune, okay? Now here we have Tulsa backing up. Not going to do a ton with our AP, so we're going to switch over to HE. And the HE is pretty decent on this when you need it to be as well. But you can see after we have taken a beating in that beginning, we've held our own now. Help capture that base. And for the time being, we're going to work on trying to get rid of Tulsa. Now, Arun did a good job getting rid of Drake. But he's kind of put himself in a position where he's pushed up a little bit far. And so we're going to move up. And we're trying to help out win this battle with the helping this Tulsa. Tulsa's doing kind of a good job of changing speeds and moving around here. And honestly, Puerto Rico is a lot of fun. It plays differently than I thought, though, guys. I thought this was going to be a lot more like Alaska, and it's hard to explain, but it has its own play style. If we had AP loaded there, Tulsa would be dead. And you're going to see here, we get 6 shells and a fire. I feel like the guns are pretty accurate and they're good. But because the ship is a longer haul, it feels so much different than Alaska to me. I do like the 12 guns. I think it's cool, but you gotta make sure that you're not giving up too much angle. And when you do, you can get the guns to fire while angled, the rear guns as well. But don't give up too much broadside to do it. It'll make you for a short day very quickly. But outside of that, love this ship. So it's actually a lot of fun. I don't know if I like it as much as I like Alaska, but I like Alaska quite a bit here, as you can obviously tell from previous videos, right? But anyway, time being, we're just gonna, we get spotted, we figure somebody's close. This is the other thing, is these secondaries, you're gonna start to see them go off, and we're gonna make Shimakaze pay, right? We took a huge chunk off of Shimakaze, and we are gonna get ready to have our main guns loaded here. And Shimakaze is making the poor decision of stopping. We know Shimakaze's sending torps, right? Like, we know Shimakaze's gonna. So right away, you're gonna see I'm gonna pop my sonar, and we do finish off Shimakaze there, and start to turn out a little bit for the torps. Obviously expecting them. This, however, is my daily Dumb Dave moment in this ship. I expected to turn a little bit quicker back in than I did, and it took a little bit longer than I wanted, and you can see this is going to hurt me here, eating a Shimakaze torp, and not something I would recommend doing, but it is what it is. Now, the HE isn't bad on this ship either. Definitely lean towards the AP, obviously, but with Preußen, obviously kind of angled to us at the beginning there, we're taking HE, and we do get a double hit, but you can see or the points have already been really bad, and the match is going to be over. And even though we had a little bit rougher start to that part of the match, you'd see we came back pretty strong and have a good game as we get a Confederate as well. And we definitely helped our team on that match. Kind of controlled that whole flank over there. Top of the leaderboard, 2,700 base XP game. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you folks next time. Have a good one, folks.